Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I've got 3 Ripple and XRP related stories for you for this particular hot jam. We'll be starting with this one from the Daily Hodl. Ripple chief Brad Garlinghouse addresses concerns of XRP manipulation. Oh, always a fun topic to discuss, is it not? I've got this one also from Daily Hodl, titled, Ripple Executive Explains Why PayPal is excluding XRP from new crypto business. Well, how about that? And I was talking about this in a video the other day. There's the question of, does it have perhaps something to do with whether or not XRP would be labeled as a security? And from my perspective, I've been very transparent about this and clear, I don't believe for a moment that XRP is a security. Like, a security of what? Would it be specifically, like, nobody has any special permissions over the blockchain? Would it then be of a cryptocurrency exchange that is utilizing it to make money off the buying and selling of it? Like, what about Coinbase? Is it a security of Coinbase? Like, come on, obviously not. I'm just saying. And then I've got this story from CNBC titled, $10 billion crypto firm Ripple considers relocating to London over U.S. regulation. Well, and I was like, I'll be gosh darn, because I had put out a video, was it like 2 days ago? I can't remember exactly. Very recently, about Ripple perhaps moving to Japan, and the reason that story exists is because it came directly from Brad Garlinghouse's mouth. That's a country they're actually considering moving to, and so whatever. As long as they don't go to China, we're good. Anyway, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because if you do, we could be friends. Maybe even best friends. We'll see as the time passes. I want to share this tweet, which I ultimately retweeted, and I wrote, "Truer words have never been spoken." This comes from Ashish Burla, and his new title, let's see if he has it in here now. There you go. GM, so General Manager of RippleNet. And he tweeted out something that is something I bring up on this channel with some amount of regularity, and I think it's important. But Ashish Burla wrote the following. The world will never converge around one religion, and for many of the same reasons, the world will never converge around one cryptocurrency. Damn straight. Damn, even if they were functionally the same, they still wouldn't, because people have different motives, right? In terms of the way that they're being adopted. But it's also true that different cryptocurrencies have different technical attributes, and different businesses and people will value them for those reasons, those differentiating factors. So to me, it's crystal clear there will not ever be one coin to rule them all. And it's just it's always kind of silly when I see people that I know are and they're typically well-intentioned, I think, and they're intelligent individuals. They really get the whole crypto thing. It's not going away, but they think that Bitcoin's the one and only. And they're just like, holy hell, guys. That doesn't make even the slightest bit of logical sense. But there we are. Shout out to The Rock XRP for sending this next piece my way. Thank you very much, my friend. I really do appreciate it. And again, this one's titled, Ripple Chief Brad Garlinghouse addresses concerns of XRP manipulation. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is responding to concerns about the crypto asset XRP. In a new interview with Bloomberg, Brad Garlinghouse addresses claims that, as the largest holder of XRP, the company has the power to manipulate the market. And here's a quote. Years ago, we put well over 90% of the XRP that Ripple owns into escrow accounts that we can't access. So this is one of those kinds of what I call FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, where people put things out there without a total understanding of what's going on in the market. And by the way, if I could just stop right there, all this stuff, like the way that people come to conclusions about what to buy, sell, and hold is comical very frequently. It's so emotionally driven here, and people have these opinions, sometimes very strong opinions, without knowing what the hell they're freaking talking about. I rather enjoy it. And so that's why for me, like, if I don't know, I'm just going to say, I don't know. It's a common human thing to just not know something, but then say, I believe so-and-so. I'm like, why? I mean, if anything, couldn't you say, I suspect this is the case, but I need more information to determine if that's reasonable? Like, you don't hear people talking like that. I mean, Moon Lambo does. I'm just saying. Brad's quote continues. There really isn't a risk because of how the escrows are structured for Ripple to do anything that would actually be bad for the market. And obviously, it's not in our best interest to do so. We're a major holder of XRP, and we want to see it as highly liquid and delivering a lot of utility. We deploy XRP to solve a cross-border payments problem. We've been very successful at that. We have a couple hundred customers we've signed up around the world, including customers using XRP to manage real-time cross-border payments. Yeah, exactly. And this way, it's so silly to me. People talk about Ripple dumping on the market, and first of all, the numbers don't add up. Not even close. Like the tokenomics of all this, if you just look at the actual data, there's already no argument. But even outside of that, it's like, why, with how much XRP Ripple owns, would they want to ruin the confidence in the marketplace? Like, why would they? They're not. It just doesn't make any sense. They'd be shooting themselves in the foot, because there's a lot more money for them to make if they play the long game, and they are playing the long game, and they deserve to. Look, they're building all of this out. They deserve to do very well if they continue to perform, and I think that if with us investing in XRP, if it goes up, I think we deserve our piece too. And so what? We've got skin in the game. That's the whole point. Whether it's crypto or it's stocks you're investing in, it's perfectly reasonable. Anyway, Garlinghouse says Ripple has stopped the practice of selling XRP on crypto exchanges for cash and currently only sells the digital asset to fuel its cross-border payments platform on-demand liquidity. And here's a quote. Today, Ripple doesn't sell any XRP through what we call programmatic trading. We only sell it as part of the product and the product experience. And by the way, I want to be clear there, because the way that on Daily Hodl wrote it there could leave some questions like, what? Ripple, they have in the past sold to exchanges for that purpose, but they've never actually sold to end users, just to be super duper clear. In very early days, they did some XRP airdrops, and that didn't work. That they quickly stopped that. They realized that wasn't going to be a beneficial thing. Once XRP got added to a certain number of cryptocurrency exchanges, it's like, okay, this no longer makes sense to do so. So people are paying money for it, right? But anyway, Garlinghouse confirms the company is exploring a possible relocation away from the U.S. Shores, which they talk about that in this article. I'm going to jump over to the CNBC one so we'll kind of circle back around to that. But next, I want to cover this one. Ripple executive explains why PayPal is excluding XRP from new crypto business. Ripple's chief executive Brad Garlinghouse is offering his take on why PayPal is not adding XRP to the list of coins it will allow customers to buy, sell, and store. PayPal announced this week that its millions of users in the U.S. will be able to purchase crypto assets in the coming weeks, with an initial plan to support Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Garlinghouse tells Bloomberg he thinks PayPal probably made that decision because the payments giant probably felt the safest with those assets from a regulatory perspective. And here's a quote from Brad Garlinghouse. Man, Ripple's seriously up in the news today. It's just another one of those days, and this happens so frequently. It's like there's not enough time for me to cover all this because this is a hobby, not a job. I should probably turn this into a job. It's a lot. I this is more fun than what I do. I own my own business. To me, this is more fun. But anyway, here's a quote. PayPal, I think, has said they plan to go live with Bitcoin and Ether, and part of that goes back to the regulatory clarity. If you are a company looking at investing in or building upon a technology like XRP or like other digital assets, if there's not regulatory clarity, then you're likely to go with the ones that are clear. And that's what you've seen. I think not just with PayPal, but certainly others in the marketplace that say, I'm going to start with Bitcoin and Ether because they have the good housekeeping seal of approval in the United States. In other countries, frankly, like Japan, you see a much broader base where there is a level playing field and you see multiple participants achieving success in the market. And look, maybe that's part of the reason. I don't know. I'm not completely convinced. Maybe Garlinghouse is right about this, but what about Litecoin? Litecoin's being listed on PayPal. Is it simply because the base layer of Litecoin it was Bitcoin? It's just things were tweaked. I don't remember all the specifics, but almost every cryptocurrency back then, because Litecoin has been around for a while, admittedly, back then they were pretty much all just clones of Bitcoin with modifications, whereas XRP was actually coded from scratch, which kind of made it unique, but not surprising given that they knew they wanted to remove proof of work. There is no mining with it. But there's that, and so I can understand Bitcoin and Ethereum being listed. That does make a ton of sense because the SEC is pretty much just giving it the green light already. And then you've got Bitcoin Cash, which is simply a fork, so that has to be it has to be cool as well, right? So then Litecoin, I'm just sitting there thinking, is it safe? Like, why? Is it safe because the base layer of code before they started modifying around, like it was ripped straight from Bitcoin? Is that the reason? Because there are a lot of coins in that case that would fall in that category. It just kind of makes you wonder here. But with all other, there's all sorts of other countries around the world that have made it pretty damn clear, including the UK, that XRP is absolutely not a security. So the UK's Financial Conduct Authority has stated it's a utility token. Well, there you go. Could not be more obvious. Holy hell, right? But anyway, in addition, Garlinghouse says he thinks the fact that PayPal won't allow users to move their crypto assets to other wallets is a misstep. And I'd covered this in the past, but it's brief, so I'll just cover it. It's in the article here. But Garlinghouse wrote, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Great to see a payment pioneer leaning in, but disappointing some fundamental tenet/benefits of crypto are spurned. I suspect PayPal is concerned about the, wait for it, regulatory uncertainty impacting its rollout on a number of levels. And that very well may be the case. And I talked about, I'm not going to get into it in this video because I've talked about it sufficiently, I think, over the last couple of days here. But suffice it to say, PayPal, if I had to guess, at some point will allow users to move their crypto off the site. If I had to guess, I think that's more likely than not what's going to happen. But today, as it stands, they've made it crystal clear that you're not going to be able to. You can only buy it and sell it, and that's it. So you'll never have your own keys if you're going to buy from PayPal. So there you go. Shout out to Poochie, who tagged me along with some others in this next piece. Thank you very much for tagging me. I very much do appreciate this. All of you guys that tag me, I wish I could cover everything that everybody sent to me, but there's seriously just not enough time in the day. But I want everybody to know, I want to mention this from time to time, I really do appreciate it, and if I don't respond or cover it, it doesn't mean I think that what you sent me sucks. It's just like, it's overwhelming. There's too much, and there's not enough time in the day. But I really genuinely do appreciate everybody that takes the time to tag me and stuff and send me messages about stuff that they find to be important and interesting. I do value that. But here's the headline from CNBC. $10 billion crypto firm Ripple considers relocating to London over U.S. regulations. Ripple, the $10 billion financial technology company best known for cryptocurrency XRP, I don't like how they worded that, moving on though, is considering relocating its headquarters overseas due to frustration with the U.S. regulatory environment. The San Francisco-based firm's CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who says he visited London only last month, told CNBC that UK markets watchdog, the Financial Conduct Authority, doesn't deem XRP a security, a key source of contention in its home market. Other regions had provided similar assurances, he added, and here's a quote. What you see in the UK is a clear taxonomy, and the UK's FCA, that's Financial Conduct Authority, took a leadership role in characterizing how we should think about these different assets and their use cases. The outcome of that was clarity that XRP is not a security and is used as a currency. With that clarity, it would be advantageous for Ripple to operate in the UK. Well, how about that? In addition to the UK, Garlinghouse said Switzerland, Singapore, Japan, and the United Arab Emirates were also under consideration for Ripple's potential move abroad. And here's a quote. The U.S. is out of sync with other G20 markets and how some of them think about these regulations. Not surprising. So we will see the route that this all goes, but I will, if I had to bet right now, outside of something changing, this is just a for fun guess. It is speculation, admittedly, but I'll make a for fun guess. Ripple's going to move. They may not, I know. But given how slow things are moving within the United States and the fact that I don't think Ripple's bluffing, I'd be willing to bet more likely than not they're going to move to another country, move the HQ. But it might not happen. We'll see. But that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!